Hello and welcome to the first webinar from the team here at ResDiary Australia. Yes, we have a local support team. I'm Hayley, Customer Success Lead for Australia and New Zealand. I'm also a hospitality veteran with over 15 years experience, and just like you, I have made the switch to ResDiary. With me today is Marlese, our Customer Support and Success Consultant, and we're here to dispel some of the myths about ResDiary, highlight how you can get in touch with us directly, and introduce you to the ResDiary widget. So Marlese, what myths have you been hearing about ResDiary?
Well, after talking to many customers here in Australia, we've heard that there's no support team here in Australia, but customers don't know that we have 24/7 email support, a full back catalogue of support content on our knowledge base, a dedicated customer hub just for Australia, and even a YouTube channel full of helpful video guides to every ResDiary feature.
So what are some of the big changes that venues have been dealing with?
I think it's mainly the culture change. At ResDiary, we want to empower you to make your diary work exactly as you need it to work. The system is totally customizable, and tailoring it to your operation in a way that only you can have a huge impact on your bottom line.
Now, some of our customers may be finding the system quite intimidating. How are we going to go about supporting them?
Well, we're obviously not going to leave the venue to struggle on their own. We're here and eager to help. You can raise a ticket either by clicking the help icon in the diary or emailing us directly at support@resdiary.com.au. We also have a whole host of support content on our customer hub and YouTube channel. The links are included in this email that you've received with the video.
Great. So what should venues be tackling first?
Well, the first thing that we really need you to do is make sure that you're using the ResDiary widget so you can start enjoying commission-free bookings and benefit from all the support that ResDiary has to offer. You'll also want to switch to using the Reserve with Google through ResDiary, again, to avoid those nasty commission bills. We know what it takes to thrive in hospitality, so please reach out. I'm here to help.
Thanks, Marlese. To help you get to grips with the ResDiary widget, I've talked to Stefan, our key account manager and ResDiary super user. Stefan, thanks for joining me. Can you outline some of the benefits of the ResDiary widget?
Well, the big thing is that you have total control, and any changes you make to your widget will have instant effect. So anything you do, you can see straight away. You have multiple widgets with their unique channels, which you can use on your website, Facebook, Instagram, even reserve with Google, or anywhere else you want to be featured. Really, the options are endless and can be dialed into your operation.
Can we see what the diner sees when making a booking?
Oh, yes, we can. Here we see a ResDiary widget. The diner basically chooses the party size they want to dine. They choose the date they want to come and the time they want to dine. So I want to come at 6:30, and then they click next. It also tells you that they have to return the table by 8 p.m. Here we see that there is a promotion set up.
Now, in terms of ResDiary, what exactly is a promotion?
Well, a promotion is a very versatile feature in ResDiary. It's one of the best features. It's basically to create an experience for your diners. In this case, it's set up to require credit card details for a party of 4 or more, but they can also be set up for specific menus, specific areas. They're very versatile because they can be set up for specific group size, dates, time, whatever you want. So they're very versatile.
So could you set up a promotion that lets diners choose something specific like a menu?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. We can set up multiple menus if necessary. They can have a taster menu, or maybe they have a set menu for groups that they want to set up. So if you're a group of 8 or more, that promotion will automatically show up, and that's the one you have to choose as a customer. So it's very versatile. Yeah.
And how do you create a promotion?
Creating a promotion is quite easy, but we will cover this a little bit more in the future. We have full video guides available, which are linked to this film. Promotions are also optional. We don't have to set them up, but they can of course also be bypassed to choose really how the restaurant wants to set it up.
So what's after promotions?
After promotions, we click next. We've chosen this one because it's the only one there, and we fill in the contact details. So we have John Doe, with his mobile number, and you can see these ones are required, and they will always be required. But there are other fields that you can add, and they can be required as well, or you can choose. There are comments for the diner as well, so they can leave their dietary requirements or their favorite table or a window view or an ocean view, and then we can tick if we'd like to receive news from this restaurant by email. And then it's next, where it will confirm all my details. So I'll basically check this. If I like what I've done, I accept and read the privacy policy and complete my booking. After this, we fill in our credit card details.
Why would a venue ask for credit card details?
To reduce the no-shows. Most of the time, that's the reason why they set this up. We can set this up per specific group size or even on specific days. Since we have introduced this quite a few years ago, it actually has dramatically reduced no-shows in Australia.
Okay, so that's the diner's view. What does it look like in the diary?
In the diary, we click Promote, and in Promote, we go to the widget configurator. Here we can see that there are 3 widgets set up for this restaurant. One for Instagram, one for Google, one for online. You can create as many widgets as you like, for instance, for Facebook or your newsletter. The great thing about this is that we hook up a specific channel for this, which means you can see where your diners are booking and how many. So in your diary, on your grid view, your bookings will have a color. So your Google bookings will have a different color than your online bookings, and you can pull reports knowing exactly how many people booking through your channels.
What are the tools over there on the right?
We have some links that we can share with our developers. It's a private link, so they can go in and update the widget. We can get the code and we can edit it, and we can delete the widget here as well.
What if a venue doesn't have any widgets in place? How would they set one up?
If you don't have a widget set up, you basically create a new theme. So we give restaurant a theme, the widget's a theme, because then we remember what we made that widget for, like we know here, Google, online, Instagram. Once you do this, you can choose to have a group widget or a standard widget. So if you're a restaurant within a group and you want to create a group widget, you can do that as well. But here we're just a standalone restaurant. So we click standard. And the first view tells us to give it a theme name. So let's say this one is for our newsletter. So we want to add a widget on our newsletter or a booking button on our newsletter. And we want to see how many people clicked on it. So doing this way, we know exactly who booked through our newsletter. So we choose the channel code called newsletter. So then again, we can see they get a specific color. We know, hey, today we have 5 people that booked through the newsletter.
What is a booking success screen?
The booking success screen or the custom success screen is something that your web developer might want to set up. It is a page at the end of the booking to confirm the booking to the customer. It will just have a bit more branding if that's what you like. The takeaway settings means that you can swap your widget from bookings to takeaway. Now, takeaway is a feature that you might want to use or you might not want to use, but we have a takeaway feature available in this diary. In this case, we're going to go for reservations only. And then there is the fixed promotion screen. Now, in this case, this is very exciting because this widget actually goes onto your newsletter, which probably means that the newsletter goes out for maybe a special event. Maybe it's Father's Day. So what we do is we fix a promotion to this widget. So we're going Father's Day and we'll hook that up here. So that basically means once your customer gets their newsletter, there is a button that says book now. They click book now and it's straight away on the widget, takes them to the Father's Day date. And then they go on from there. They can't book anything else except the Father's Day promotion.
Can you change the look of a widget to match your brand?
All the options underneath here is to customize your widget, to make it look like it's yours, to make it fit into your website. So as you can see, there is quite a bit here. We can change background colors. As you can see, that can change here straight away. So whatever you do here on the left-hand side shows on the right-hand side. We can change the font here. You can choose different fonts, buttons, anything. So next screen is your booking summary. Again, you can change the background, you can change the color. You can add children or infants or both, and you see it change straight away. This is handy for some restaurants because they don't want to undersell any of their tables. We can also divide the time slots per service. So we'll see dinner mentioned here or lunch. And we can also add an area. which means people can book into areas specifically, depending on what the restaurants really like. Calendar, again, we can change colors, backgrounds. You can also change the border radius. In this case, it will change the calendar on your right-hand side, so it curves the borders. The promotion window is what we saw before, like credit card details or a set menu or a wine dinner. Again, you change exactly the way you like it. Drop-down boxes as well. These are quite strong colors that it comes with by default, so you probably want to change these. And then we get to the contact details.
What is the benefit for having these contact detail options?
What the benefits do is that on any specific widget, you can change it. So your Facebook widget might just want to have your first name, last name, email address, and mobile number just to get a quick booking through, because they're on Facebook. They probably don't have time to fill in too much. But maybe through the email, you want to put the postcode in. You might even want to require it if you want to, and then you know where your dine is coming from. So that's good for your marketing, right? You can add a membership number if you want, the birthday, if you do a birthday club. So again, possibilities are endless here.
How have you seen venues use these options in their widgets?
Well, newsletter ones are probably very popular because you can do so much with them. So what I just showed before, the Father's Day one, is obviously great, but I had a restaurant that had a birthday club, and they were very focused on it. Every customer that called them, they actually asked for their birthday, not the year, just the date and the month. And every month they would send a newsletter to the people with the birthday coming up next month, offering them a free bottle of wine or a free dinner for themselves if they come with 4 people or something. So in that case, you can change this whole thing, right? You take your postcode out, you add your birthday, and the cool thing is you can actually add some text to it as well. So with the birthday, you can write, birthday club, blah, 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 blah. And that will go in a newsletter to everyone that hasn't signed up yet.
So how would you get the widget onto a website?
Well, we'll basically just click continue. And once we've done it, we can choose out of 6 different widgets. The most popular one and the most best one is the standard one because it's responsive. So if you open your website on a mobile phone or on your desktop, that widget will be responsive and look exactly the way it should be. It's also the most popular one. We have a fixed size one. We have a mini one, which might work on a footer. But again, if you have a newsletter, you might want to end this one on your newsletter. It really depends on what you want to do. So you choose which widget you want to use. You select it. You've got to wait a couple of seconds for it to load. And while it loads, you can actually also test it here. So you can actually make a booking here to test if everything is working the way you would like it to work. And then underneath here, we've got the code. So this code you got to pop on your website to make the widget show. If you already have a widget from a previous provider, you can basically just copy and paste it over that one. And if you don't know how to do it, you can obviously ask your web developer or get in contact with us, and we might be able to help you. Within this code, there's also a link, which is the HTTPS up until the question mark. And if you take this one out, you can hook this up to a button in your newsletter, and it will open this widget as well. Again, if you get stuck, we have full videos available, or get in contact with support and we help you.
Thanks so much, Stefan. That was really helpful. I hope that this has filled in some of the blanks and capabilities of the ResDiary widget, and all the guides to support this are linked in the descriptor. If you have any trouble, reach out by raising a ticket and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We're hoping to do more of this kind of content in the future, so reach out in the comments and let us know what you'd like us to cover next. The team here is available and ready to help. So remember to raise a ticket if there's anything you need support with. And if you want to learn any more about the ResDiary system, visit our customer hub for a range of guides or to book a one-on-one training session. And of course, there is a wealth of resources on our YouTube channel covering a range of ResDiary features, so subscribe to keep up to date. Thanks so much for watching.